All right. We are back once again. You are listening to Beyond Sight and Sound. Metal detecting and treasure hunting radio for you, the listener. Radio for hunters, by hunters, and from hunters. Hopefully, we've got people piling into the chat, which we will check and see here in a few minutes. But, as you all know, usually in any situation, for the game to work, you've got to have more than one player. And it's been a rough night. But Kenny Moore is, in fact, with us. How is it going, Kenny?
And it's going. I didn't know if I was going to be here or not. Spent the night in the hospital. Very, very weak right now, but I am going to get into too much of that. Just picked up a virus, and it's been quite hellish. But I got some rest today. Wasn't about to miss the show with our guest that we have, and my good buddy Josh, and all of our great listeners. So let's roll.
Awesome. And I see that, in fact, we do have people dropping into the chat. I see Beer Barrel. I see Swansea. Let's see, Pinky. I see Lennox. And apparently we have a guest appearance from a very feisty Chihuahua.
Oh, yeah. Give that dog a bone.
Yeah. I don't know where that came from. Give me just a moment, folks.
Yeah, this show's awesome. You just never know.
Right. You never know what's going to happen around here. Never a dull moment. That's for sure. Definitely never a dull moment. Always something going on. But yes, we see Bob D, Swansea, Lennox, Pinky. There's a number of people dropping into the chat already.
Yes.
A lot of familiar names. Some new ones, which is always great to see. We love seeing new people come in and enjoy the content and the show, and just the general camaraderie that goes on when everybody drops into the chat and discusses what's going on during the show, or what finds they have made. And
well, absolutely. And I mean, you know, everybody that's on here and everybody in the chat, they get out for the week. They do, you know, they're posting their finds on the group page. And, you know, I know Mr. Bill, their Ohio Relic Hunter, had posted some, a couple of his little ventures with that new Go Find, and just different stuff we get to see, and it's exciting on every week when we can hook back up with everyone.
That's right. And speaking of Bill, I see that he's in the chat, and so good evening to him as well.
And Mr. Beer Barrel here, Mr. Chris. Hello, brother Chris.
And speaking of his Go Find, big shout out to our friends at Treasure Hunters Supply for that the other week.
Absolutely.
And if you haven't dropped in and given their Facebook page a like, shame on you. No, seriously, folks, you know, if you get the chance, if you haven't already, drop in, give their Facebook page a like, because that does help with the giveaways and these contests that we do. Like, rate the channel, give them a like, and hopefully we can continue doing little things like that.
Absolutely.
We've got some other news coming up in the very near future of different events going on with the show and stuff. Everybody was want to make sure they stay informed. So if you haven't registered with the Beyond Sight and Sound domain, you may want to do that. Once again, this morning, registered members of the domain got an advance notice on a giveaway.
Yes. Also, a little off subject here, I want to give a shout out to all the folks in Texas and Houston that's had this terrible flooding. I know Beer Barrel, my brother Chris down there, he's on the side. I think he was okay, but that city has taken a beating.
Oh, yeah. Yes, they have. And, man, I'm telling you what, it was starting to sound like he was going to need a boat and an underwater detector if he was going to get out and hunt.
Yeah, instead I think he was down on the beach sunning it up.
Mm-hmm. Probably digging up stuff with that dais.
I don't know. That's something we'll just have to ask him.
That's right. Maybe he went with the AT Pro. He's got options. We know that for sure. But speaking of options, our guest has also had experience with quite a few different machines, and everybody has their own unique story of how they got into the hobby. And obviously being on the show, Kenny, and talking to other hunters prior to that and everything, I'm sure you've heard quite a few of them yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy, a little different twist. How does a hardcore gamer get involved with relic recovery and preserving history?
I don't know, but I'm ready to hear about it.
So am I. So let's get him in here. Our guest tonight is Terry, Delaware Digger. How's it going?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
All right. Not too bad. We certainly appreciate you for taking the time to drop in with us tonight.
Oh, I'm very excited to be here. I want to thank you for giving me the invite, and this is going to be a wonderful evening.
Yes, it is.
Definitely. Folks, real quick, if anybody does have any questions, comments, anything like that for Delaware Digger, the number is 419-549-5744. Now, for those who may have missed the show the other week, we'll just drop a little bug and say, you might want to have that on speed dial.
I would say so.
And you never know. Some lucky listener may walk away with a white TRX pinpointer tonight.
Wow.
Well, good
Man,
to
I tell you what, man, that's what's great about this show. You come on here, we talk relics, we talk about the machines, we talk about the accessories, and usually someone's going to walk out of here with one of them. That's just awesome.
Exactly. Definitely very, very cool. And it looks like Terry's got some support in the house. Super Drew just dropped in.
Sir Drew.
Right on.
So, without further ado, let's get rolling with all of this. And why don't you explain to the listeners, how did Delaware Digger get into the hobby? I mean, did you always think that metal detecting was going to be something you got involved with, or how did that come about?
Well, I'll tell you, I've always been interested in metal detectors. My oldest brother had several, and he'd let me borrow them every now and then. And so it was at his mercy, really, because I could never really afford to buy one. But I'll tell you exactly how this happened for me. I've been working swing shifts for a couple of years, which would consist of 2 12-hour day shifts, followed by a couple of days off, and then 2 12-hour night shifts. So I couldn't stay awake all night, watching TV or movies. So I got into gaming a little bit. We always had video games around the house with the children and stuff, but I really got sucked into it, and all your Call of Duties and your Ghost Recons and the fancy headphones and all that. I had all that good stuff, so...
So at the time, you may have been more familiar with game tournaments and game titles and, Xbox, PlayStation, Turtle Beach, and...
Right,
we're kind of... Like you said earlier, Josh, that's, I had a gaming community myself with Haggy, Mr. Hammer that comes on here, and it's IWG, Iron Wolf Gaming, and we established that gaming community simply because, as you very well know, that Terry, that not everybody's nice out there in the gaming community, so we established this community for people to come in and have a place to game, and that, was just fun. We had over 1,000 members, and so I can relate there with Delaware.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought you guys would have quite a bit of common ground here.
Right. So that went on to become my main staple, and energy drinks and Pepsis all night, but I moved to night shift for 2 years, and I just continued that. Well, my partner's father had come down with cancer, so we had basically just walked out of our home that we had just got done putting a 360 square foot master bedroom addition on. We walked out of there to take care of her dad. And in that transition, I went to full day shift. So I was outside looking through some of our belongings that we had in storage, and I found a Bounty Hunter Quicksilver.
Nice.
And I pressed the power button on, she fired right up, you know what I mean? And I went inside and started looking on YouTube, and I was surprised to see that people were actually, videotaping themselves looking for items of worth in the ground.
Oh yeah, kind of going, wow! Not only are people interested in this sort of thing, they're kind of hardcore and passionate about it.
So I told my partner, I said, you know what, I'm going to make a change. I was hitting about 300 pounds, so I said, I'm going to make a change, and this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start knocking on doors and asking for permissions and see if I can't find history,
Right.
Well, and that's the first step. You hit it, knocking on doors and getting permission. That's the way to do it. You got to have the permission and set the ethics right off the bat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and like
the right
living here in the
get-go.
Living here in the first state, I've always taken it for granted that, I live on the East Coast. I live in an area that happens to be one of the smallest states. And when you ever ask anyone, or someone would ask you, where are you from? You say Delaware. It's always appropriate that they punctuate, where is Delaware? You know what I mean? So I had no idea that there was so much history to be found with a metal detector. I knew that there was some great history from, the colonization of it, starting on the East Coast and whatnot, but now I sit back and I really enjoy being where I'm at and having the opportunity to find the history that I can.
Well, you know what? You've got some great videos, and you have found a lot of history and what I like to call preserving history, because that is exactly what it is. And, like myself, when I started doing this, I didn't realize, I knew there's a lot of people out there that loved history, but when I got to looking at how many metal detectors there actually was, I was blown away about it. All the videos I found, all the people that was into the hobby, I was like, good gosh, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can remember when people would see me and You do that stuff? I thought that I was like the only one in this area. And no, we're everywhere, buddy. We
That's
are
cool.
all over.
Yeah.
So then you had experience with detecting prior to this then and just kind of fell back into it.
Well, like I was saying before, my oldest brother was always into it, and he has a couple whites, the early whites, no number readouts, just, you get a ding and you go ahead and you get a beep and you dig it, you know what I mean? So he would let me use them a couple times, and I'd go to schools and just cash in on barrettes and buttons and little pieces of costume jewelry or whatever and call it a day. But I never really was, really excited about taking it any further until I stumbled upon that metal detector, that bounty hunter Quicksilver. And, when I had the bounty hunter, I found everything but really what I wanted to find. I'll tell you that right now.
So I take it that you dug more than your fair share of bent nails and pull tabs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Paying
That's
the
when I
dues,
could have been
brother.
the Iron King. Yeah, the Iron King.
Man, there's everybody in this chat right now. Everybody that's listening have paid their dues with nails, pull tabs, things that are masking what's truly there. But that's what you got to do. You just got to dig it and get it out of there. But the most important thing is put it in your pouch and remove it. That way, the next one coming in doesn't have to deal with it, or the next time you return, it's already moved, because there is half the reason we got all these new machines coming out is those very items, is trying to get past all of that and new technologies to weed out the trash. But the only way that you're going to get what you need is to dig it all, baby. You just got to dig it.
That's right. Hell, I got out over the weekend and hit a deep signal. Kind of sounded like an Indian, but a little off. I got down there, it was an 03 Indian and a 1919 S wheat penny.
Ooh, sweet.
Yeah.
So I'm going, okay, we need to come back, because by then it was so dark you couldn't even hardly see anything. I go back, I grit it out, go over it more thoroughly, just digging it all. Dug my fair share of pull tabs, but I did hit a 45 Merc. Signal again, a little skewed. There was a piece of, I don't know, like pot metal or cast aluminum handle or something that was in the ground right next to that Merc. So close it had the back of it stained up.
Well, that's the same way when Lynette and I were out I think it was 4 days ago before I got ill. I actually put the dais up for a minute and grabbed the gold and was toying around with the gold there, and I was getting a couple of signals, and sure enough, there's a big old square nail right next to that Rosie. Now this home site goes all the way back to the early 1800s, and then you had these families along the way, so you got like levels of history.
Right.
So a dragoon button was found here, and I found some bullets here. The bullets and the Rosie and stuff are on video, which I'll be posting up later on. But yeah, man, you got to dig it all, because if that machine tells you that signal's there, it's there.
And we're also joined in the chat by Past Pursuits and Jocelyn Elizabeth.
Hey.
Giving their shouts out to the Double D.
All right.
Past Pursuits says he really enjoys the old church site you hunt.
Church site?
Oh,
all
yeah.
right.
Yeah. What, maybe you can tell us a little bit about that. I mean, obviously, without giving too much information away.
Yeah, you must be talking about Union Church.
He just refers to it as old church site.
Okay, so that church site, that actually really made my I guess that's where I made my debut, or got into the history behind the finds, because I've been driving by this area for years. I actually lived right down the street for many years, and I've seen this really huge oak tree there. I mean, this thing is as wide as my Jeep.
Wow.
And I never could see, I would never catch anyone there at the property. But I could see that someone was cutting the grass and taking care of the limbs that were breaking and falling off the trees and stuff. So I stopped into this house next door, and this older lady came to the door, and I told her my name, and I told her what I was interested in. And she said, well, I grew up there. We own that property. And come to find out, her father came over from Germany in the late 20s, and he bought the property from an Episcopal church. They built a home there, and he landed the job at the Philadelphia Naval Yard. So the history of the area goes back before 1849. There's two churches there. Before the Episcopal Church, it was called Union Church, and the steps are still there. There's a graveyard on the premises, and you can see a natural road from the carriages when they came through.
Nice.
I did some map overlays, and I found that the parishioner's house was actually on the corner across the street from where the church was, and then I laid these maps over, and you can actually see where his footpath would be on the earth where he walked over every day. Went to church or whatever. So, yeah, so that's basically, that's where I found my second silver, and 14 silvers more right there. Indian Wars. Yeah, Indian Wars button, flat buttons, buckles, old silver ring dating back to the mid-1800s.
Good grief, you
so
were tearing
I
it
was
up.
able, yeah, and I did that all with the AT Pro. That's when I was really, really hardcore on the AT Pro. And just to have that chance, over 2.5 years of metal detecting there. Just recently, maybe about 9 months ago, the property was sold. And so I'm not able to go there anymore, but I am able to relish the thoughts of all the history I was able to find before that opportunity.
There you go.
That chapter was closed for me, but I'll tell you one significant find that I found there, and to this day, this is my find of a lifetime. It was late August, and it was probably about 98 degrees. I was in the front yard of this property, and I kept getting this really, really sweet signal. I mean, the tone was just unbelievable. It was beautiful, and I knew it was deep. I just didn't know what I had. So I pulled the old piranha out and started digging a trench, if you would. And I got down to a foot, and I was almost going to give up on this signal, and something just kind of told me, go ahead and keep going. And I went down another 3 inches, and I came up with this brass object. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know what I had, but I knew it was unique. It had a hinge on it. It looked like it was bent out. And I went ahead and went home and put the video up. And a lady chimed in and said, you found a Civil War sword hanger.
Yeah, that's when you kind of got the double whammy, so to speak.
Whammy.
The treasure is really treasure.
Oh, man, dude. And, this thing was so deep that it didn't even read out on the number readout, and it wouldn't even give me a depth readout on the AT Pro.
Right.
Yes.
So, and if I may, that's when a good friend, a really close friend of mine now, Chris Johnson, contacted me on YouTube, and he was like, that's a spectacular find. Outstanding job.
Absolutely,
And
it
he
is.
said,
Yes.
yeah, and he said to me, he said, you know, I'd like to talk more about these types of relics with you. And we created a friendship, so every year he has me down, and every year I have him up. And this is going on, you know, season 3, so.
Right.
And
Now,
if
is
y'all
this-
don't, if y'all aren't aware, Chris Johnson is from Metal Detecting Virginia. Now he started treasurehuntinglife.com, and if you like Civil War relics and artifacts, please go and check that out.
Yeah,
He'll
and
be up, Friday night.
feel free to post that too.
Yeah.
Okay, he'll be up Friday night, and we're going to do Metal Detecting right on through Monday morning. So be on the lookout for a good video coming out both of our ways.
Oh, so he's on his way shortly.
Oh yeah.
Now, is this the same sword hanger that Tar Heel Diggin may be talking about? The Jeb Stewart? The Jeb Stewart sword hanger?
Yeah, Jeb Stewart. Yeah, Jeb Stewart actually he created this sword hanger. He patented it in 1860.
Wow.
He sold this patent to the Union just before he left the Union side and went to take up the cavalry command position for the Southern Confederacy.
Well, that's a nice find, man.
Yeah, that
for
adds
sure.
even
Oh,
more
you know what is
interest
so
to the
cool
find, I would
is
think.
when I visit Chris, I stay in a motel, and when I look out back of the motel window, Jeb Stewart passed away not too far from where I stay there.
So, do
He
you
was,
ever find yourself kind of, looking out that window and remembering that sword hanger that you found and just thinking,
Oh, yeah.
really, that is just such a connection.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. All the time. Just to have the opportunity to walk in the footsteps when I'm down in Virginia of the Union and Confederate soldiers that fought that great war. To me, I mean, I'm in my dome, and I know there's people out there that'll possibly never get a chance to do that. So
I can relate, man. I tell you, when I get in there and I'm digging, I don't care if it's a bullet, I don't care if it's a plate, I don't care if it's a button, I don't care what it is. When you pull that stuff out of the ground, it just instantly wants to talk to you.
Absolutely.
And,
All
it's
you
just
gotta do is
amazing.
be willing to listen.
That's correct.
That's right.
That is just... And how was that for you? I mean, when you recovered that item, you had to have thought, oh, wow, this is just so cool. But then once you got that comment that kind of confirmed or identified what it was, that level of excitement had to have went to just a whole other spot.
Oh, yeah. It went right to my head, I'll tell you that right now.
We can all relate to that.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I was just, I was like, I can't believe I found this, and I did research, and it was made at a company called Frankfurt, and you could see U.S. on it, and to look at it, he designed a sword hanger, so those swords would be able to pivot and ride with these horses. So if they got into close combat, they have their sidearm, or they could just reach back with their left hand and draw this scabbard right on up so they could take care of business, So
Right,
that
so-
to me was a game changer that this man,
Well, it was thought
Stewart
out.
created.
I mean, he had to think that out and engineered that, so it would, would fit that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so, and let me just say that where Jocelyn had commented that she talks to dead people, she had written that article, that this area, the old Union Church, they spoke to me every day. There was no need for me to even grit off, because when I got there, the first thing I did was I prayed. I gave them respect, and so it was almost like they were leading me by my hand. Hey, look, I dropped this over here.
Right.
You
It's
know,
almost like
horse,
sometimes it's almost like sometimes the finds kind of lay there in slumber or whatever, just waiting for a worthy representative of the hobby to come along and unearth it.
No doubt.
Yeah. All my friends thought I was crazy because they were like, dude, you pitch your tent 20 feet away from resting souls. And I was like, I know, dude, ain't it cool? They're my friends.
Exactly.
Well, you know what? You know what it is, though? Because I do
Yeah.
the same. I do the same thing. And
Yeah.
when I'm out there pitching my tent or whatever, when I'm out there in the woods for a long time, close to where all that went, and especially if I know exactly what went on there according to the history that and the research that I do, and you sit there and you just look around, and the later it gets to at night, you can just you know, and you can almost just hear what was going on. And you
Right.
visualize
Just sit
all
back
of it.
and absorb the environment.
Wow.
Yeah, you have to do it, man. It brings chills.
It can. It definitely can. So,
And the area there at that Union Church, it's full of Amish farms. So what a delight to be metal detecting and take your headphones off and hear that clippity-clop, 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 and just be shot right back to the 1840s, knowing that you're going to
Exactly.
bring up something sweet.
Well, and that's exactly what happens when you do, though. I mean, when you pull up you know, an infantry, you know, like an eagle eye button, for example.
Yeah.
As soon as you pull that out of the ground, that's when I just start looking around, and I'm like, you know, I would give anything to be able to have been here when that popped off. What did it just fall off? Did it popped off? Is there more here? Did he just get rid of the jacket? Because it gives you little clues what you find around it. It's like Chris and I when we hunted down in Vicksburg. The things we were finding led us to the other things we were finding because we were putting it together.
right.
So
Awesome.
yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. I love it.
And when you're able to kind of step through that porthole, so to speak, back into the past, much like Kenny says, you know, stepping back into hallowed time,
Yes,
it
sir.
really is a fortunate experience that many of us really do wind up, you know, we cherish those moments.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Now,
You're echoing eternity.
oh yeah. How long had you used the Quicksilver then before you decided, okay, maybe I should be thinking about upgrading. I'm really enjoying this. You know, probably
Yeah.
at that point you didn't really
Well-
have any plans of getting out of it.
Well, here's the thing. What took over was the YouTube. I started scanning YouTube, and I would pause the channel on people's videos when they showed their shovels or they showed their equipment. And I became a research nut. I wanted to know what everybody was using, what cameras they were using, what digging tools. And that was the game changer for me. And, you know, I said to myself, I got to do something because I want this AT Pro.
So you kind of
And-
went from the YouTube videos, the experience of others in a sense, going, well, I see this is what's working for them,
Yeah.
so this
Yep.
is what I need to try.
Yeah, I knew I had to have an AT Pro. And I started talking around, and I sold my brother on this kayak I had. And I said, you know, I paid $600 for it. Give me $350, and we'll call it even. And he was like,
Bam.
look, I'll give you $300. You know what I mean? So he gave me $300, and I came up with the other three and bought the AT Pro. And at that point, I was running around with the E-shovel, an old like 1943 Army entrenching shovel.
Oh yeah, durable
Man.
Yeah,
stuff.
and Oh yeah, wooden handle and all, and she was digging pretty good, but it wasn't quite what I wanted. So as soon as I found predator tools, basically that's all I use.
Yeah, let me tell you, man. I use the piranha myself. It probably is, especially in the woods where there's roots and stuff. Now, if you're out in a pasture, of course, you can still use it, or tilled soil, like Bo Aqua Chigger uses a long handle for the pastures and stuff, and it works great. But when you're in the you're in the woods, and I used to carry what I call a Bear Grill Special or whatever, and I cut those roots. But with that piranha, man, no. I just obliviate them.
Oh yeah, when you're out there in the woods, nothing beats a piranha.
No.
And I'm big on predators myself. I run the Model 85 hand digger.
Oh yeah.
But man, and
Is
I'll
that
tell
the
you,
Raptor?
Do what?
Is that the Raptor, or you have the 75?
No, it's not the Raptor. It's the straight one, like the.
Oh yeah, okay.
Like the Leshy, but it has the internal handle storage.
Oh yeah, I have that, the Model 80, and then I have that 75 as well. Yeah, it's got a little compass on the end.
Yeah, yeah.
I believe you have a 79, right, Terry? You have a Model 80 and a 79.
Yeah, that's it. I'll tell you what, they're indestructible.
Oh yeah. I went through some I was sitting here, Terry here, the carpenter likes to have his tools, and the more tools you can get, the more it helps you. But I know you got the Gray Ghost waterproof headphones for the 3030. How's that working for you?
Well, I'm a sound man.
Thank you.
This is personal. Like, I have to have a good sound. And this all goes back to the 80s were good to me. You know what I mean? I liked a lot of heavy music, a lot of loud music and stuff. I like the Gray Ghost waterproof ones, but there's no volume control.
Right. You have to, with the Gray Ghost on the CTX, because I've got them too, you've got to crank that volume up on your CTX. Yeah, so for me, I didn't like them, and I wasn't going to use them. The first time I used them was in Virginia with Chris, and it just so happened that Mother Nature threw me a twist and threw us a twist and decided to give us a torrential downpour. So I was forced to use them. And I tell you what, if I hadn't have used them and I just kind of gave up or I didn't go with them, I probably would have missed my first cut Spanish piece of silver put me in the 1700s club right away. I mean, it was raining. It was just coming down, and now I kept getting this little signal, man.
You talking about a pieces of 8?
Yeah, oh yeah, nice little cut, little sliver. And
never have I found one of those.
The only thing I could get off, only numbers I could get off was 17. So I don't know if I'm early 17s or late, but that was my first piece of
either
Spanish
way,
silver.
you're there.
That's in my bucket list. That's in my bucket list.
Oh,
and we usually ask each guest if there's one item in that bucket list. What would it be? And it seems like you've kind of already added some.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to tell you. I'll tell you what. There is one. And I don't want to jinx myself, but I'm going to spit it out. I have never found gold, gentlemen.
Not even in jewelry form?
Never, ever, any piece of gold whatsoever.
Oh, well,
it's
now
coming.
We're going to have to work on that. Yeah, it's coming.
And that's probably because I'm not a big nickel sound digger, you know what I mean? Yeah. So at Union Church, I passed over so many signals that were below 50 just because I didn't want to dig them, I'm probably kicking myself in the butt, but I've never found gold.
Well, and I can
tell
you,
that'd probably be it.
When you find them chunkier gold rings, they'll ring up a lot of times in like a penny range or something.
Well, just
so
like
still ring over the nickel.
just like Lynette's gold ring she found a while back. That thing ran. I think she told me somewhere in the upper 70s or 80 because it was so big.
Right.
Oh wow, nice chunky one, huh?
It was a chunky one, indeed.
Yeah, they pop up all over the scale, it seems like.
But
know
I went
hit
by
one a
this.
few years back. That was like 13 grams, and it
This
rang
is-
up like a penny.
Yeah, this is a true
Oh, wow.
story. This Delaware, you'll get your gold. This is a true story. 2 years ago when I came up here, we was at the old apartments that they were at before, and I said I need to go. I just wanted to go out and hear a tone. I guess we were going hunting the next day or something. I went out back of his apartments and I just ran a couple of swipes. And I kid you not, I get this. It was about a 53, 54 signal on the Pro, and I got in there. My wife was with me, and it was exactly a 1 gram tab of gold that fell out of somebody's wallet or something.
Wow.
Had 999.9 on it. 1
Oh,
gram.
beautiful.
I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I wasn't even hunting. But
Wow.
true story,
That's awesome,
man.
brother.
Yeah.
Nice.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Right.
Little Miss Dirt Bandit was with me, and I actually think I traded it in for a guitar.
Wow.
And that's the thing I love is when I'm watching other metal detectors for elk hunters videos, and they're like, I'm just going to swing a little bit back to the car. And when they are 20 feet away from the vehicle and they pull up a barber or a I'm just like,
Bam.
that's the dedication that I love. Just to relive that through someone else's experience to me is golden.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I agree. I'm just, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm tickled when I find the stuff, but I'm just as happy to see the videos of other people doing it, too.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, you see those finds posted, and you really come to appreciate it, and, yeah, attaboy, because they worked for it. They're very glad the determination and diligence and persistence paid off.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
I think if I was to find what I would say is significant, real, like a lot of gold in it, I would love to be in a camp and find a gold pocket watch.
Nice.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh
yeah, I love tokens.
We find backs of them, and they'll have some designs on it. Lynette found one. It was 3 years ago. 3 years ago, she found one. But, and I found a couple of them. But just to find a gold one, I'd love to just, with it all there, that would be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
Well, and like Kenny said, I'm sure you're going to get it. It may come when you least expect it, but you're going to find some.
There you go.
Yeah, but DD, you have to dig it all, brother.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. That's right. Hey, can I just throw this out real quick? This year, like starting late last year, early this year, I went from being every other weekend, a couple weeks a month dad to a full-time dad. I have a 14-year-old that lives with me full-time now. And so for anyone that kind of feels like they haven't really seen much of Delaware Digger and I'm not commenting as much, it's not that I'm not following you guys. I'm watching you when I can. It's just I got a lot on my plate right now.
Hey, man, let me tell you something. Speaking about all on your plate, trust me, everybody in here understands that. There'll be times, even with myself, I'll go with a spanner where I'm popping video after video after video, and then something comes up, and then
life happens.
Yeah, life happens, and then you'll eventually get back to it. But nobody forgets about you. Everybody's, you post, you do this and that, and but yeah, man, life goes on.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Man. And, even if you're not out there consistently, for many of us, we know that we're still there in spirit. We're right there rooting everybody along.
Right.
Hoping that, they have just as much success as some of us have, or that we have as much as they have.
Well, I've never had anybody to really, first of all, this is a hobby.
Right.
This is a hobby. It's not our job.
There you go.
It's not our first priority. Well, close, but that's just from my perspective. But I mean, we got family. we have other things that goes on. It's exactly what it is. It's a hobby, and we fit it in when the time allows us to do it. The only thing is you make the best of it when you're out there.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, it's not... I just had this conversation recently with a couple of people where it's like, once you start seeing these people that they're, oh, I gotta find silver, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Well,
Yeah.
you may want to think about hanging your machine up for a while because you're starting to lose focus.
Right.
You have
That's
to
right.
remember, we're out there, we're having fun, we're enjoying ourselves, we're preserving the history.
I'll tell you, and if I ever get that feeling, I think about what J-Mo would say. And he said it true when he said this. He said, I'm going to do this until it's not fun anymore.
That's right. I remember that video. He's
Yeah.
like, I'm doing this to have
because-
fun. When it's no longer fun, I'm going to stop.
Yep. Yeah, so I never set any bars when I go out. I'm happy to find wheat cents. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm just happy to be out there getting down, getting my fingers dirty with the soil and finding what history I can and share it with other people.
Exactly.
There you go, man.
You
There
got to
you
get
go.
out there and get down and dirty with the past.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only way to do it. Definitely the
That's
only
right.
way to do it. So you went through, you used the AT Pro for a while. You went to the the ATX, I believe, the CTX.
I went to the CTX. Yeah, Chris Johnson turned me on to it. I called him, and any chance I could get, I was either calling him or emailing him and talking to him. And he's always been a Mind Lab guy. And he set my machine up for me and gave me some tips, and he said, give it a shot. And I'll tell you what, it's not let me down yet. That's my go-to machine, and I got these other ones I'm playing with right now, but between the AT Pro and that CTX, you really can't go wrong.
There you go, man.
Right.
I'm a true believer in that AT Pro and the gold. I got a lot of videos to back that up. Also, I'm pounding at XP Deus as well. But listen, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm sitting here watching the chat and can't leave our listeners out. We got Wayne Wallendorf here asking about that plume holder, man. What's the story behind that?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, how's it going, Wayne? Hey, listen, I grew up in this area, so I know some of the people when I grew up, or either my older brothers knew them, and they hung out and drank beers or whatever. I happened to see this guy downtown. I was on my way to pay a bill, and I seen this guy driving, and his parents had a pretty nice lumber yard in town, so I know that they have property in town, so I stopped him and I was talking to him, and I gave him my card, and I said, listen, about this empty lot you have across the street from your mom's, would you mind allowing me to melody detect? And he was like, sure, Terry, go ahead. You're probably not going to find nothing, but I can't remember anything ever being there, but go ahead. So I started swinging, and I just got in Deus. It was like my second trip out with the Deus. And I found memorial cent after memorial cent, a quarter, clad dime, and then I came up with that plume holder, which at that point I had no idea what it was. And I posted some pictures on Facebook and threw up the video right away. A gentleman named Robert Bourne recognized me. He said, I find these all the time down in Florida. That's from the Seminole Wars, and what it did is the early American Army uniforms really, to me, looked like uniforms from Europe, the Napoleon area, and British wear. But this specific piece went on the cap, and it would hold a plume of feathers, and that would distinguish, who you were and your rank or whatever.
Right.
And when I did the video, a gentleman online named Groundskeeper who's been helping me with the XT datas. He actually chimed in and said, "Dude, that's what you found."
Nice.
So the only thing I can think of is there's another empty lot in front of this lot that faces the main drag coming through where I live, and I think there was an old home there because it's a empty lot now. Maybe this was in the home and it got pushed around in the soil, or children were out playing with an old cat that their grandfather had and busted this piece off.
Right.
So a spectacular find with the XP Daos right out the door for me.
Oh, yeah,
And,
absolutely.
Just to have
Go ahead.
Just to have the community, the help from the community, people who saw an artifact that I had no idea what it was, and just to say, hey, this is exactly what you have.
Right.
That's awesome.
We've got some storms coming through. Hopefully it's not affecting the call lines, but I could have sworn a minute or so ago there was a number flipped across my screen. I'm not real sure. Looked like it was coming from maybe an Ohio area code.
Well, you know what, Josh? Being that, we may ought to move on with what we need to do here.
Right. It just kind of flipped across there real quick and disappeared just as quick as it showed up. So hopefully it's not storms or something that knocked that out. Maybe the call got dropped or something. If they want to call back with their comment or whatever, great. And otherwise,
we have
we
some
will
storms
be.
rolling through here.
Yeah. Otherwise, here in a few minutes, we're liable to be moving on with something else.
Indeed.
Oh, hey, let's see here. Looks like we've got an Ohio caller. Hello, caller. Who do we have?
It's Super Drew.
Hey,
Super Drew.
What's
How you
happening,
doing,
bro?
Josh, Kenny, Terry? How you doing, guys?
How's it going,
Doing
man?
wonderful, man.
Hey, it's
How you
really an
doing,
honor
brother?
to talk to you, Terry.
Yeah.
How you doing, man? I'm glad
doing
to talk
real
to you,
good.
brother.
I'm doing real good. It's great to talk to you, man. Yeah,
I would
I
love to get over there in Ohio and do some swinging with you, man. You just picked up the AT Pro, didn't you?
yes, I did. As a matter of fact, I've had it about a month and a half, I guess, and having great
beautiful.
success with it. Loving it.
Nice.
There you
Very
go.
nice.
Yeah, I tell you
Yeah,
what,
that's,
going from that Ace 250 to this AT Pro is like going from a Volkswagen Beetle to a Ford Mustang.
It was a
It
game
is.
changer for him.
Yeah.
Man.
Low slung, got the power and all the looks, huh?
Yep, I love it. Nice
Yeah.
and sleek and black. Yeah.
That's nice. Hey, just
Man, that's
just
awesome,
to give you
man.
just to give you a little plug real quick, Drew. What's your on your Google? Do you go on Google Plus for a little show there? What night is that you do that on?
Well, I normally do that show on Friday nights. I try to do it at 9 o'clock. And
Okay.
I couldn't do it last week because of some personal commitments. This week, a lot of people out there know that my mother's been very sick, and she's probably going to be coming home from the hospital this Friday. So probably won't be able to do it this week, but definitely next week. I do a
Hey,
2-hour
well,
show.
Brother.
I
definitely
do a
wanna check
2-hour
that
interview
out.
show, and I try to get some good quality guests on there, and we just rap for about an hour about their subject, and then we open up the video chat to anybody who wants to join.
Good, because
Right.
I wanna listen to that.
Yeah, you
Yeah, it
never
should be
know.
good.
Yeah,
One
I
of
gotta
these
check that out
weeks-
myself.
Yeah, one of these weeks, maybe Kenny and myself can both drop in, and Beyond Sight and Sound can drop in on Super Drew.
Well,
Ooh.
you know
That'd
what?
be cool.
There's an open invitation to you and Kenny, and I've talked to Terry as well. He knows that he has an open invitation as well.
Nice.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
we'll just.
I
we'll just have to-
apologize, man.
We'll
I
just
see
come
everybody
knocking.
having all this fun in these chats, man, and I'm gonna have to definitely take you up on that.
Well, getting back to what you were saying about, life being so busy, buddy, I tell you, I know exactly what you're saying. I am really, really far behind on my videos, and, I've had
Wow.
to make a few apologies in my videos so people know that, I'm still watching. I just sometimes can't comment.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
Yeah, I do a
thank
lot.
you.
I do a
I'm
lot of
glad you,
watching on the iPhone, and you can't comment.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that sucks.
Yeah. Well, hey,
I
Terry.
share my
on my
computer with my
Android.
14-year-old. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was going to say, Terry. I think one of my favorite things I've ever seen you do was probably when I really first started watching videos. You were working with the Deus, I believe it was, and you were picking up wheat penny after wheat penny after wheat penny. And I got to say, that was what I was really into back then. Watching these guys dig up pennies. And every time one of your videos came on, I would jump past everybody else and go right to yours.
Oh, thanks,
Nice.
man. I'll tell you
There
what.
you go. That's a dedicated viewer.
Yep.
I love a good wheat day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's nothing,
Yeah,
You
for
give
sure.
me 6 or 8 weeks, man. I'm happy and content. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Well, hey, man, I'm gonna drop off of here and open the lines up for some other people. I just wanted to say hi to my
Hey,
buddy.
wonderful to talk to you, Super Drew, man. Thanks for chiming in, brother.
Yeah,
Hey,
thank
you
you for
always have
calling
an
in.
invitation
Check
to
you out.
come to Ohio, okay?
Good luck with that AT Pro. If you have any questions, give me a holler.
Sure thing, man. All right, good
Same
night,
here,
folks.
man.
Good night.
All right, brother.
We'll see you, Drew. Wow. Okay, well, I don't know. What do you think, Kenny?
I think it's time, brother.
All right, well, folks, I think we're fixing to open those lines. What do you think, Kenny? First 20?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, now it may be rough because we get swamped with calls, folks. But rate the channel, give us a call. We'll take the first 20, and we'll get people in for this. So bear with us. Caller number 1, 4733.
Lynette.
Lynette, Linux is in, number 1. Thanks for the call. Let's see. Caller number 2, 3485.
How you guys doing tonight? It's Craig Stryker.
Craig Stryker. All right, thanks for the call.
Right on. What's happening, brother?
We got those, Kenny?
Yes, we do. We're ready for number 3.
Okay, number 3, 8865.
Number 3, 8865.
Who do we have?
It's Matt Cordy.
Matt Cordy. All right, thanks for the call. Okay, and let's see now. That brings us to what number?
Number 4 coming up.
Caller number 4, 1899.
Justin with Coins Unwrapped.
Ah, okay, Justin, Coins Unwrapped.
All
Thanks
right.
for the call.
Points on that.
All right.
Nice. Ready for number 5, Mr. Josh.
All right, number 5. Looks like we've got
You got
Chris
Chris
Engel.
here.
What's happening, brother?
All right, thanks for the call.
Who was it?
Chris Engel.
Oh, Chris. Couldn't even believe I was fast.
Right on.
All right, Mr. Brother Chris.
Caller number 6.
Hey, this is Bill, Ohio Relic Hunter. Again.
All right,
All
thanks for
right.
the call. Okay, caller number 7.
Okay.
Suki. Thanks for the call.
Oh, yeah.
Dig it.
Hello, Suki.
Caller number 8, 0148.
Hi, this is Valerie. Hi.
Valerie.
Right on.
Thank you.
Thanks for the call.
Valerie was number 8. We're waiting for number 9, Mr. Josh.
Looks like Swansea gets number 9.
Oh, the Swan.
Well,
Hello, guys.
Hello.
Hey,
Thanks
brother.
for the
This is going
call.
to be paid forward to Mr. Coins Unwrapped. If I win this thing, it's going along with an H250 coming to his household.
Oh, wow. Very cool.
there you go.
All right. Thanks, Swans. And Swans was number 9?
Yes.
Caller number 10 is Super Drew.
Super Drew.
Yeah, what up?
Right.
Caller 11, 4543.
Hey, Josh, this is Tar Heel Diggin', and I'd like to donate anything that I win to Coins Unwrapped.
Oh, very cool.
Tar Heel
Very cool.
Digging, and he wants to donate to
Coins Unwrapped.
Coins Unwrapped. Wow, outstanding.
Okay, who's next? Let's see, 8843, or sorry, 0843.
Hey, this is Wayne.
Wayne.
What's happening?
All right, thanks for the call. Where are we at, Kenny?
We're at number 13, brother. That's what we need, is number 13.
Okay, Patrick O'Masters is number 13.
Yes, sir, you got it.
Thanks for the call.
All right.
Number 14, 8407. Who do we have?
Susie Wise.
Susie Wise.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for the call.
Susie Wise.
Okay,
all right.
now
Ready
that
for
gives
15.
us... We've got 14.
We're ready. Yeah, we have 14. We need 15 right now.
Okay, 6 more callers, folks. Our lines have kind of dried up temporarily.
Really?
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. For the White's TRX, if anyone's still got some time, go ahead and drop in and give Treasure Hunter Supply a like on Facebook.
Absolutely, Mr. Joe Angel. Yes, sir.
Hey, they say that TRX is waterproof now, right?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Oh,
really?
yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, that's what I was.
I didn't know.
That's what I was reading.
Yeah, it does have a rugged, waterproof design.
All right, so here we are. We're sitting at 14. We don't have a 15th caller?
No, I'm not seeing one yet, unless the storms kind of affected the call lines.
It may be.
We have 14 of them jump in there.
Them storms are probably what's doing it.
We'll see. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go with 15. Oh, never mind. It's Swansea again. What's up, Swansea?
Oh, how many times can I enter this if no one else is going to enter the contest?
Do what?
How many times can we enter this if no one else is going to do it?
Sorry, one entry per person. And
okay, well I'm gonna enter in Coins Unwrapped.
And we are asking that if anybody has won a big prize off the show, please let other people have a turn. But yeah, we're sitting here at 14. 419-549-5744. We'll let
my
it go.
buddy Chris runs one of them TRXs.
Yeah, they're nice little pen pointers. Keebler from Stealth Diggers runs one too.
Josh, why don't you give it a 1 minute countdown?
Okay. Oh, hold on. Number 15, 1819.
Hey, Josh, Past Pursuits here.
Past Pursuits.
Hey.
Yeah, you know, you could donate Coins Unwrapped for me too.
Okay.
Wow.
Thanks for the call. All right, so there's 15. Okay, let's see here. We'll check the clock. I got 9:04 on the not-so-smart smartphone. We'll wait. If it goes to 9:05, well, we'll draw 15.
That's right. That's right.
And we'll see
That's
what
right.
happens. But yes, very good sensitivity. And the White's TRX also has the prestige of running on alternate power. You can use either a 9-volt battery or 2 AA's.
There you go.
That's a rather interesting concept there. 3620, who do we have?
LA Gold, what's going on, guys?
LA Gold.
What's up, brother?
Man?
Not much, man. Just calling me into the show. I didn't think I was going to be able to make it in this evening. I got it home just in time.
Well, good,
Well,
good. You out digging shells or something?
Hang on, I couldn't understand y'all. What did you say?
Out
said you
digging
out
more
digging
than
shells?
CS shells?
Right on, brother. I'm glad you made it, man. Good to hear from you representing.
That's
That's right, brother. I couldn't miss out on you on the show, man. I'm gonna call in and take.
Speaking of LA Gold,
Yeah.
Shout out to Miss Lou.
Kevin
Gave up them
Strahan.
parrot shells to be on here, huh?
Right,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Miss Lou Relic crew is at it again. I saw them up on a couple of places down south there, pulling out a bunch of 69 calibers.
Goodness.
7094, your caller 17, I believe. Who do we have?
Them boys have bullets everywhere.
Hey, you got Chris Johnson here.
Chris Johnson.
What's up, brother?
What's happening, Chris? What do you say there, Terry?
Oh, yeah, man. Glad you came in, man. Looking forward to you coming up, man. We're going to hit the coil to the soul.
There you go.
Yeah, we'll have a good time. Nice show, fellas. Been listening.
Thank you very much.
Called in. Right on.
Great.
Get anyway, I'll be seeing you here shortly there, Terry.
And
yes,
he
sir,
is
man.
looking
Yes, sir.
forward to it.
I'll be waiting on you, brother. We're going to tear it up.
Hey, I may be the trip to find your gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Y'all guys
Three
have
more.
a good evening.
You too. Thanks
too,
for the
Chris,
call,
man.
Chris.
Can we
Right
get three
on,
more
brother.
callers?
Yep, we're looking for 3 more. 419-549-5744. Clock's counting down.
Tick tock, tick tock.
Yeah. Need some Jeopardy theme music or something.
No thanks. Maybe
Right.
AC/DC. You know, I prefer Rock or Bust by AC/DC. Here we go.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, yeah. Well, we'll give it a minute here and see if we don't get any last biters, but otherwise, I'm all right with rolling with 17.
Let's do it. Call it.
All right. That's it. We'll go ahead and bring up Random Org here.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Let's see
Big
here.
17.
Yes. I can hear it trying to think about it right now.
Yeah.
Somebody's fixing to win something.
That's right.
And hopefully we you know, while everybody's waiting for us to draw the number, we see maybe you'll like the show, rate the channel, give Treasure Hunter Supply a like.
Indeed. And
We'll
don't
see.
forget, if you're out there and you're looking for a great group, man, and you're not in it already, Beyond Sight and Sound has a great Facebook page.
All right.
Right
Okay.
on. Definitely.
And let's see, why don't you go ahead and give us a rundown of who we have?
Oh, all right. 1 through 17, is that what you're waiting on?
Sure.
All right, we got Miss Lynette.
I was going through them so fast, I don't even know who all called in.
we got Lynette, we got Craig Stryker, we got Matt Cordy, we got Justin, Coins Unwrapped, we got, that's one person, we got Chris Single, Brother Chris there, we got Mr. Bill, we got Suki, Valerie, Swan, Super Drew, Tar Heel Digging, which he wants to donate to Coins Unwrapped, we got Wayne, we got Patrick O'Master, I believe is the correct last name. We got Susie Weiss. We got Past Pursuits also wanting to donate to Coins Unwrapped. So did Tario Digger. We got Mr. L.A. Go, John DeVille himself. And the last but not least, Mr. Chris Johnson.
Right on.
And not only do we have all
Good
that,
group of
but
diggers.
that gave me time to get random.org brought up here. And we are generating. And we have number 9.
Number 9. That would be Swansea Searcher.
Oh.
Right on.
Now, I believe that Swansea mentioned he wanted to pay that forward.
Yep. Yeah,
I believe he did.
Maybe
Yep.
he can call back in, because I don't know. I think he meant he wanted that to go to Coins Unwrapped. Maybe he meant the YouTube
Yep.
auction, though. But I believe he meant that it was going Well, yeah, to Coins Unwrapped, because he said he was sending it with an Ace 250, I thought.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's get him to call in, Mr. Swans. We're waiting. Let's go.
Yeah.
Brother.
Or I know Justin's out there in the crowd tonight. Maybe he can even call in. 419-549-5744. Let's see what we've got here. We've got a call coming through, guys.
Right.
Swansea, what's going on? Congratulations, brother.
Hey, I appreciate that, guys. But this is going to be going to Justin, Coins Unwrapped, and as well as an H250 for my own collection.
Wow.
Nice, very nice, very nice. Way to go, brother.
And we're joined.
I wanted him to get into the hobby as much as everybody else is in the hobby, and I know, the auction's a big thing. I was going to throw the H250 in there. I'd rather give it to him myself personally, and now he has a pinpointer to go with it.
And I think we've got someone else here on the line that would like to say a little bit. Go ahead, caller.
Holy crap. I need a hospital bed. I need a hospital bed now.
Trust me, you don't. I had one all night last night, and I didn't like it at all.
Well, I think that you may have found yourself getting into a new hobby, sir.
I've been looking into this hobby since I started my Coins Unwrapped channel, because that's what really got me into searching through coins. It just sounded a little bit easier for me to go to a bank and pick up a $25 box of pennies rather than going out and spending a few $100s on a detector. And now that I have one coming, I'll make use out of the new channel I created.
That's right, folks. If you haven't yet, if you're on YouTube, go and search for a channel called Coins Unearthed. The channel is already waiting for videos to upload. I'm already a subscriber myself.
So awesome. Definitely do that.
I want to write that down
I'm totally excited. I'm totally excited. Oh, my God. Thank you, Swansea.
Brother. Yeah, Mr. Swan.
You're welcome, buddy. We were talking earlier before even the giveaway was done with the pinpointer. I told you could have my old Ace 250 that I found some great coins with. It's only fitting that this came out perfect for you. Now you have a pinpointer with that metal detector.
There you go.
I would also like
to...
I would also like to
thank the community I ever belonged to.
Dug my first musket ball with an Ace 250.
Yeah. And you said...
I want to also thank the other 3 people, or how many ever it was that was willing. I think Tar Heel was one of them. I can't remember all of them because I'm sitting here. My wife's doing dishes behind me.
Past Pursuits, Tar Heel, and I believe that's it.
You had quite a bit of support in there.
And I have even more support when it comes to the issue going on with my mom, and I want to take this chance right now to thank everybody out there that's got in on the auction and did what they could, and the amount of support out there was just tremendous. And I haven't even told my dad what's going on. I mean, I've told him a little bit about what's going on, but when he sees the end result, he may need a hospital bed as well.
Wow.
Praise the Lord, man. That's awesome.
You might want to make it a good-sized one, because it sounds like you kind of got knocked off your feet tonight.
Yeah, I had to step out of the house because I got my kids sleeping. I don't want to wake them up.
Right.
But
all you had to do, you know what, man? You know what? All you had to do is tune into a show.
And I almost didn't because I was doing a whole bunch of other things. And I'm actually sick myself, so I'm trying to get over sickness and go to work 8 hours a day in the sun. So it's been kind of tough, but I managed to get in there, and I guess you got to get in it to win it. So, wow.
That's right.
Nice.
That is great.
Oh, man. Well, I will definitely be able to call in the very near future and let you know how I'm doing in the metal detecting hobby. The new hobby I'm going to obtain. My wife is going to kill me, but didn't cost us anything to get into.
That's right.
Following.
You can't beat the price.
We'll be following,
yeah,
man.
That's right.
Beyond Sight Sound set you up, I guess. Treasure Hunter Supply, Swansea, Joe Angel, Kenny Moore, myself.
Thank you all.
Bunch of people.
Post those finds, my man. Post your first find.
That's
I don't
right.
care what it is.
Right on.
And
I will.
If you're not already a member of the Beyond Sight and Sound group on Facebook, might want to go and request to join.
Right.
I will do that. I've actually didn't get back onto Facebook until this. I've been off Facebook for like years before NC Digger started this whole auction thing. So I still got to get back into using that social media. And yes, I will. I'll get over there.
All right.
Can't wait to see your first finds, brother, on your video, man.
Absolutely, man. Got to post
For
it.
sure.
Hey, you know what? What's great about that Ace 250? You will dig it all, man. Pay attention to those tones. That's a tone machine.
That's
Well, the lunch break's going to be 2 hours now.
And I know you're on Facebook, Justin. Just get in contact with Swansea, so he's got your address for the Ace 250. And then send me a private message with your shipping info as well, so we can get that TRX out to you, courtesy Treasure Hunter Supply and Joe Angel.
Look forward to the video of receiving those two. I cannot believe it. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, that might be an interesting first video for Coins Unearthed. You could do a couple of unboxings, getting into the hobby.
Yeah,
Heck yes. Will do. Wow. Thanks, guys, so much. I'm going to get back to listening to what you guys have to say for the rest of the show and dig on, as NC Digger would say. And, hey, Super Drew, glad to hear your mom's coming home.
Awesome.
Dig it all. Dig it all, brother. Dig it all.
Well, thanks
Right
for
on.
dropping
Happy
in,
hunting,
Justin.
my friend. Thank you so much, man.
We'll
Right
see
on.
ya. Well,
all right.
I would say that we've got a very, very happy newcomer into the hobby there, guys.
I
Wow, that is
believe
just something
you are correct.
And that was very nice of Swansea to pay that forward and even contribute a detector for him to get out and start enjoying the hobby. Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah, so check this out, man. I'm feeling a little tug at my soul, my heart right now. So I want to donate. I want to donate to Coins Unwrapped my high definition Durango glasses.
Wow.
Yeah, my pivot head. So if you could send me your information, I'll send those pivot heads to you, brother, and you can use those in your videos as well.
Man, double
is
D, double D
awesome.
strikes with the exclamation mark.
That's right. Bam!
Boom.
Right on.
Man, Justin, you are set up, brother.
Man. This is great, man. This is why we do what we do, folks.
Yeah.
This is it.
That's it, man.
Justin's in the
Just hearing
chat.
him
I think he
being
just
so
fell
excited,
over
man.
again. Yeah, Justin's in the chat, and he just got shocked again.
Yep, just got shocked.
Man.
Well, that's how it goes here. It's happened to myself on this show.
Yeah, you never know
just
which way
been
it's going
floored.
to turn or even how fast it's going to turn.
No. You know, great bunch of people here, great bunch of folks, a great hobby, great show. And I'll tell you something, man. How great would it be if we could all just get together and go sling some dirt, man?
Oh,
Wouldn't
yeah,
that be
dig it
something?
all, leave them nothing.
Woo!
I'd love it.
That's right.
That would be outstanding.
Yes, it would.
I'm just so jealous of the fact that so many of these people live so far away from me. I wish I could just like walk out my door and be like, yeah, I'm going to go hunt with LA Gold tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Well, let me tell you let me tell you something. It can happen, man. It can
Yes,
happen.
it Right can. on.
It wasn't very long ago that I got to get together with LA Gold and KS Hollywood, Mr. Kevin Strahan. I'll give him a shout out. Check his KS Hollywood YouTube channel out if you would, please. And LA Gold,
Right on.
brother Chris Engel and John Kelly. Yeah, we all got together and we unleashed on
Miss
Vicksburg.
Lou Weller Crew.
We hit
sir.
Vicksburg, man, loud and proud.
Oh, wow. That's beautiful.
Absolutely.
That's what it's all about.
And to
Yeah, I'm getting
see-
together these glasses right now.
And to
There
see
you go.
people coming together like that, and really, for you, Terry, that was an awesome thing to donate those to Justin like that.
Yes,
those
absolutely.
Are really nice glasses.
Well, I've been following the situation, you know, to be honest, and every time I see
he's
something
really
on,
trying.
I'm working, I'm preoccupied, and it's been tugging on me. And when he came in, I said, "Now's my chance." You know what I mean?
There you go.
I've even donated an item to the YouTube community auction to help him, and it's really great what everyone has been doing to show their support. And I mean, man, I'm just about knocked off my feet. Those pivot heads are nice. I'll have to get a hold of a pair of them sometime. But man,
yeah,
I'll tell you what, we certainly made his night.
Well, yeah, man. I got so much out of just his voice, man. His enthusiasm, his thankfulness, you know.
Absolutely.
Outstanding.
You can hear it in his voice.
Yeah.
Much like when you're talking to those passionate hunters, you can hear it. You know they have that drive and passion for the history.
Oh,
absolutely.
Yeah,
and the ethics to back it up.
That's right, because that's just how we roll.
It is, man.
That's it, man, definitely.
Well, that is just awesome. I'd say that ends the show on an excellent note.
Yes, indeed.
Special thanks out once again to our friends at Treasure Hunter Supply and Joe Angel. Make sure to give their page a like, folks, because that's what helps keep things driving that direction. Like the show, rate the channel.
Oh, yeah.
Keep us all out there, and hopefully we can continue these nice little giveaways from time to time, because it really does make people's days. And, you know,
nice.
We've got some more news coming up in the future, some guests to be announced. Tell you what, them pivot heads, they make nice videos. And speaking of videos, next week's guest does some very good videos himself.
Indeed.
And shortly after that, you were talking about gold, Dee. Well, we've got some gentlemen on to speak about gold in a couple weeks.
Awesome.
And hopefully, the way it sounds, I got word sometime this afternoon. I've still got messages to get back to. But the way it sounds, next week, for the listeners, if you're not a registered member of the domain, beyondsightandsound.com, you may want to get over there and register, because we're fixing to announce some news.
Get on tonight. Get it done.
Might be time for a little bit of scavenger hunting and wild card entries.
Ooh.
Cool.
Things are rolling.
That's right. Got a little prize pack we may run a month-long contest for, but you gotta be willing to check into things.
That's right.
All right. Well, Terry, would you like to let people know where they can find you?
Oh, yeah, most certainly. I can be found on Facebook under Delaware Digger. You can find me on Google+. And if you search Delaware Digger on YouTube, you'll find my channel.
With some very good videos, I might add.
Oh, well, thank you very much. If you'd like to email me, you can reach me at mcclements@gmail.com.
Awesome.
All right.
All right, folks.
And you know, if I can, if there's someone out there who follows me and enjoys my videos, just give me a shout out. If you have your own videos going on, your own things that you'd like me to check out.
That's right. We all love to see those comments.
Yeah, I'm on there somewhere, man.
That's right. And with Kenny,
yeah,
you can always find him on YouTube. Kenny Moore, Dirt Bandit 33. Check out Hardcore Relic Recovery if you're an Amazon shopper. You know, widget on the right-hand screen, go to town.
Oh, by the way, that is my site, hardcorerelicrecovery.com. If you shop at Amazon anyway, why not go through there? Also, if you'll look at that site, I have a spot where you can add some photos. And coming up, I'm going to figure out, Josh and I'm going to have him help me with this. We're going to figure out a way to do a little drawing on some of those photos.
Oh, there you go. So get
you
those
just
spines
get those spines sent to me, man.
That's right.
Cool.
Excuse me. And you can find all that information on hardcorerelicrecovery.com.
Right on.
For myself, we all know where to find me. Josh Kimmel on Facebook, logo Metal Detecting Beyond Sight and Sound, Ohio Metal Detecting on YouTube, and Beyond Sight and Sound domain. While you're there, you can register. You can find links to Hardcore Relic Recovery, bios, videos, a banner to Treasure Hunters Supplies Facebook page to give them a like.
Absolutely.
And even a banner to Metal Detecting Places.
Nice.
Good
Mr.
stuff.
Treasure Seeker.
Oh, yeah.
All right, folks. Well, I think that brings us to the end of our rope. We appreciate everyone for tuning in, and especially you for sitting in with us there, Terry. Hang in there, guys. We're going to roll out of there. Toss us a like, throw us a rating, and tune in for next week, because you never know what'll happen.
And that's right.
That's right.
And remember, dig it all, baby.
Hey, thank you so much.
Not a problem.